secret signals coming from little green men directly behind you. Can you hear them? Don't see. You tried to look behind yourself. They hide when you do that. Maybe they'll come out if you go to greenmangaming.com. Go give that a try. November 23rd, 1953. First Lieutenant Felix Moncla is sent to investigate an unusual target picked up by radar near the Sow Lakes. Ground operators claim that the two blips on radar grew closer and closer together until they seemed to merge. Initially assuming that Moncla had flown over or under the object. However, the second blip never reappeared. Attempts were made to contact Moncla via radio, without success. A search and rescue operation by both the U.S. Air Force and Royal Canadian Air Force failed to find any trace of Moncla or his F-89. And even to this day, Felix Moncla and his co-pilot have not been seen again.
That appeared in both of the images looking
hello audience, here
as possibly
it
the
is
landing
Friday at
impact.
1:41 p.m. here on the East Coast. We are supposed to be getting hurricanes,
and so it
but
seemed that it could be.
I'm pretty
but
far
I
inland,
wondered, did
so
any of you
we
think
should
that
be
you saw
fine. And
evidence
so
of
we're
the
gonna go
landing
back
stage impact?
to figuring out the mysteries of the universe. Why is that coffee on the desk still hot? Why is Lucky Star my favorite anime? And why on earth do people find Dane Cook funny?
If it's a transient feature,
we might
then
start with
don't have
that
another
one.
image of it. We just
Anyway,
have that
let's
one image, right? So we can't go back and look at it.
Start by
of course,
shutting it all down.
There, that might tell us
Let's
where,
shut
where
the
to
whole
look,
operation.
when we get all of our cameras up. Maybe there's some hope that a Marty image might have captured.
So there's been a discussion going on the Discord group for this game. This game is just inherently creepy. Oh look, the sun's coming up. Sweet. What's our charge at? 96? Let's clean him anyway. I think the sun is coming. Yeah, here comes the sun. Do. Brilliant. Let's get these clean. Fight the dust and deep destroy it. That was Dragon Maid. That's what these videos need, more anime references. Like that's what our UFO hunting operation needs, more anime references. Anime aliens. You ever notice anime aliens are always weird? There's a lot more tentacles involved. Okay, not really, but they're way weirder over there. Come on, game. Dear developers, sometimes when I go over to my dual monitor, the setup, the mouse leads over to the other monitor while I'm moving the camera around. Please add that. Thank you. Okay, for a second there, I thought there was something out there sitting by the fence, but it turns out it was just the fence. Disappointment. Where's my pen? Oh, there it is. It's still right, yeah? Yeah, it's good. What happened there? What's going on? What's happening right here? What's happening? It's a white screen. I've heard of a blue screen, but... Wait, what was on there before? What was on there before? Wasn't it this white graph thing? What happened here? Huh. That's concerning. Run a temp check? Yeah, we're fine. What other things can we do? Anyone else hear that? Are we getting a signal? Yes, we are. My bad. I guess we'll just leave that open. That's what you sound like. Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. Starting now.
I got 13.8 and 9.9. These are really low numbers you got going on here. I'm concerned. You okay? I'll take that 44.0. 48.9. Label these E and A. 44.2. Got it. 8.8. Got it. Locked in. Okay, 48.9. Oh, no, wait, what? I'm getting these mixed up again. We still have 44.2 with the azimuth. 16.5 on the, 8.8, 9.6. 45 on the azimuth. 45.4 on the elevation. 45. 8.3 on azimuth. 44.7 on azimuth. 43.1, 12.3. Where was that 45 on the azimuth? 8.7, 21.8, 48.7, 40.4, 8.2. Got it. 45.2 on azimuth. Thank you. Very helpful. 13, 44.7, 44.9. 9.4. No, that's no good. 47.4. 48.6. Alexa, stop. Okay, so that is... Looks like we're running with these numbers. So that is... where's my calculator? Here we go. Alright, start with the azimuth. So that's 8.2 minus 48.9. 40.7 divided by 2 is 20.35. 20.35 plus our 8.8 is 29.15. Which is miles away. 29.15. And And while it's moving towards that, elevation. Wait. That was azimuth, right? Shit. 8.2. I labeled these too. God damn it. So 8.2 minus 45.2 is 37. Divide by 2 is 18.5. So we take 18.5 and add it on to 8.2. We get 26.7. Okay, and then for the elevation, let's read the numbers again because I forgot them. 8.8 minus 48.9, 40.1 divide by 2. Is that correct? 8.8 minus 48.9, 40.1. Divide by 2, 20.05. So we take 20.05 and add it on to 8.8. We get 28.85. Can we get rid of those 9s at the end, please? Blah. Noisemaker's online. Confirm 44.7 and a 9. 46 point something. I'm hoping that this is dead on. Much like we've been getting. 48.8 on the elevation, 39.5 on the azimuth. .5 minimal elevation. Point something on azimuth. 44.0 on azimuth. And we're not getting anything. 5.051 elevation. Let's do this. There it is. An eccentric Jupiter.
I can't find Jupiter by grade.
What? I didn't ask you for a song. Try to get a little too fast. Either way, that's probably not aliens. Oh well. That's depressing. We still have servers running. Yes. Good, good. You sure that's a Jupiter? Okay, let's see what we get out of it. Who knows, maybe we'll actually get a message that we can reply to. Maybe it's like a spaceship in orbit around the Jupiter. Who knows? Maybe it could be possibilities. In space, the possibilities are endless. You gotta look for aliens everywhere. This coffee tastes alive. Okay, so we're about to finish up on the download here. It's probably a whole load of gobbledygook and nothing else. Probably. Yeah. Gobbledygook. Alright. Let's, everything is fine. It was, the command was... Signal analyze. Oh, good. It's raining again. We haven't found a single schematic. Not a single one. Okay, for some reason, whenever we use data analysis, it just gets rid of all of it and brings us down to -1. What the crap. Game. Let's get some upgrades in on this. I'm thinking we need faster download speed or better antenna detection. Coordinate detection system accuracy. They nerfed that. Like, the guy nerfed that, the range in which these coordinates could appear in. It's way more accurate now. How about better efficiency? Or more recharge or something, I don't know. Efficiency. Efficiency is gonna do better for us in the long run. Ah, almost. Almost perfect. Almost perfection. But not quite. Seriously, what was that? I must have looked at that monitor a million times, and I can't remember what that white monitor was. Well... I guess we'll go out and enjoy the rain. I still have reason to believe there are objects lying around on the ground out here. That are at the top of these radio antennas. We can keep looking. We just finished a signal. It's going to be a while until another one pops up. The rain is much louder now. It doesn't get quieter in here. doesn't get quieter under here either. No. It's just really loud. Whatever. You can't stop this UFO hunting train. You can't stop this. You can't stop the signal. You can't escape it. Fence. Alright, we lost the signal, so that's good, I guess. Is it good? I don't know. Alright, well, I declare this one success, somehow. I don't know how we pulled that one off. We got our numbers mixed up and everything. And I don't mean to alarm anybody, but we are running out of paper. We're running out of paper. Paper to freaking write down our formulatic coordinates. Formulas. Numerical formulas, which is basically just finding the average. Yeah, extremely advanced math. Oh, we have it, check behind the tower. Let's do the tower. Tower. It's been a while, so we check things every now and again. Okay. It's nice and quiet in here. Turn on the radio.
Have any role in helping the rover navigate apart from relaying the data?
Well, first, yes, we're going to be able to see the rover. We've already got images planned for later this week to look at the rover, and they should look great. I mean, it's going to be more than just a single pixel, and we've already done a lot of data collection for the rover. We've mapped out, we've collected data across the entire Gale crater and the landing ellipse, and we've got stereo data and color imagery that have already been used to start looking at potential traverses. And as the mission goes on, we are expecting MSL to come to us and say, oh, we need a new picture there to make sure that there's no new dust hazards, or, it's a spot that, maybe you want a slightly better resolution at that location. So yes, we're, in addition to relaying the data, the cameras are expected to help out.
Gotcha. I hear ya. This is the easy part. Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
I'll take that 58.2 on the elevation. And remember that the elevation is on top. 214.6 on the azimuth. Got it. And the 246.6. Got it. So what else you got? try elevation. 56, 26, 24. I'll take the 24. Alright. 250.3 on the azimuth. Uh, 218, 20, 55.6, 54.9, 217, you've gone higher than that. 23.8 on elevation. 22.6 on elevation. Got it. 250.4 maximum azimuth. 214.7 minimum. You've gone lower than that. 57 on elevation. 215 on azimuth. Okay. 49.6, 53, 24, 248, 214 point what? 0.7. Blah. 58.2, 57, 238, 248, 216, 26.0? No. However, actually, no however about it. This is, we're doing great. 248. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. She's my lab assistant, isn't she? Starting with the azimuth, 214.6 minus 250.4. 35.8 divided by 2 is 17.9. So we take that 17.9, 17.9, and add it onto our 214.6. We get 232.5. And an added step, because we are at 26.7, we also have to cry! Because that will take so long to get to where it needs to be. Dear developer, I acknowledge that there is nothing you can do about that. Except buff the crap out of the azimuth speed, which I don't want you to do. Hey, the sun's coming out! Woo! Let's do some elevation calculating. Alright, so elevation calculating is 22.6 minus 58.2. 35.6 divided by 2 is 17.8. We take that 17.8 and add it on to our 22.6, and we get 14.4. Plug that in. Just checking the numbers again. Making sure they're right. You don't want any mistakes. I was about to say, there's no way you're on an elevation at this point. Oh. Whoa. You're moving quick. Anyway, 25, 57, and 248. OJ, cola, purple stuff, and 2 kinds of Sunny D. 58.2, 22.8, 22.6. That's our, that's the thing we ended up with, 40.4. Well, look at you go. Noisemakers activate. Whoa! Right on target! Jeez. Okay. I love it when that happens. Beautiful. This is a beautiful little bit of coordinate detection we had there. Lovely. Oh, but we do have errors, so let me figure those out. Antenna 3. Alright, I guess I'll go out there. Where was pointed anyway? Somewhere up in that direction. Something like that. Okay. Boom, done. We're back at peak download efficiency. It's an unknown signal with an unknown signal type, which can only mean one thing: aliens. We have to reply. Alien scum, give us your planet's coordinates. Tell you what, we'll do what we did yesterday. Coordinates exchange. Galactic longitude, 359 degrees, 56 inches, 34.4. Latitude, -0 degrees, 2 inches, 46 degrees. As seen from the center of the galaxy. Here, tell you what, we'll measure that in parsecs. Even if most of us don't know what a parsec is. So by this logic, our galactic coordinates look something like this. Uh-oh. I think I broke it. Oh, no, I didn't. Alright, let's do it like this then. We're at a longitude of... What? Hey, did it finish? Hey, we got a module schematic. Crap, we gotta reply! Initializing intergalactic message! Galactic latitude and longitude. Call me. Anyone else hear that? I again, it's probably the pizza guy. I ordered Domino's for, like, back during episode 2 of this playthrough, so 10. Take forever to get out here. Alright, we've sent our galactic coordinates. Now we just have to hope that something comes and says hi. Ah, that's the sun disappearing over the horizon. We gotta go turn off the power. How precise was that? It was 3 servers. 2 servers. 1 fucking server. Holy shit, man. Oh, we just crushed that one. Brilliant. So we get one more. We get one more of those. Those coordinates couldn't have been any more spot on than they actually were. Oh my god, dog, really? Like, I get that you love people, but... shut up. Just stop. What am I doing? These probably don't need to be cleaned until morning. Wait, is it day? No. Indicator says it is now night. Well, I guess we'll just settle in for the night. Make a tuna sandwich. Collapse into our chair. Turn on Will and Grace. And cry ourselves to sleep. We have an evening planned. Hello, radio.
Is that a concern? Did you have the flyaway be in the downwind, prevailing wind direction? Can you talk to that a bit?
Well, I could not tell you about the wind. I mean, it was the choice to fly it as far as possible. Well, it's the direction is, I said, we have limited control, okay? So it's, you draw a line east-west and fly north of that line, depending on what orientation the descent stage it finds itself. The reason for that is that we do a tilt maneuver, and the thrusters are canted. So we do it about an axis that would not plume the rover. So if the thrusters are, if the thrusters are here, we don't do the turn maneuver this way. We make it this way. Okay, so that means that we have only 2 choices, either go that way or that way. And so we choose the one that goes north. Okay, so when we do our simulations, you'll see a whole bunch of dots on the northern hemisphere of the 2 north quadrants. So that's what we do. Now that was picked up between the scientists and the engineers looking for all the conditions, including winds.
Okay, let's go to Irene again. Oh, I'm sorry. Irene, take the mic, but we have a question back here first that we'll take.
Thank you. Jackie Goddard for the Times of London. I just wanted to clarify first with Sarah, when you say 340 kilometres away that image was taken, is that direct vertical altitude? And then my second question, just for Mike Watkins, to the untrained eye,
sorry,
these are pictures of black and white pictures of gravel.
We're waiting for this signal to go away.
To the trained eye, can you sum up just how sophisticated and exciting and momentous these pictures really are?
Okay, it's the 340 kilometers is line of sight, so it's not. I think, yeah, we were almost directly overhead. I think we had a very, very small angle. It was essentially overhead.
I'll take a crack at the photos, and I'll let John take a better crack from the scientific perspective. To me, it's representative of course, a successful landing on Mars. It's representative of a new home for the rover. It's representative of a new Mars that we have never seen before.
The
And
sarcastic
every one
rover
of those
Twitter
pictures
feed
is the most
begs
beautiful
to
picture I've ever
differ.
seen.
Give the audience what it wants.
I think John would say this better than I would, that if those pieces of gravel are transported by water on Mars, an ancient Mars, then they're much more than gravel. But John, you should pick up from there.
Thanks for setting me up, Nick. A minute ago there was a question down here about what this mission means to you, and I think for us at this point as scientists, we haven't even scratched the surface, and really
Stop
what's amazing
ignoring
about it is the
Guppy.
miracle of this engineering. That's all you can do is sit there as a member of the science team, and Don Hassler's a PI
Guppy ever
apparatus,
wake
and
up?
he's sitting behind you there. He's nodding his head. It is a miracle to us that we have chosen this
curious
place
now.
as a result of scientific deliberation. This EDL system, for the first time in the history of landed missions,
think it blew
allowed
over.
the science community to choose between 4 options.
fragile.
None were excluded by engineering. The final 4 was a debate of scientists that like different flavors of chocolate and vanilla. And then when it comes down to creating a priority of images to downlink, and you have your choice of the front has cam and the rear has cam, the most amazing thing about it, to get back to one of the things that Emily was pointing at, you have a group of engineers and a group of scientists, and here's what happened. Jennifer Trosper comes up to me and says, John, we really need to get the engineering state of health data down. That's a top priority. And I said, of course, I agree. And we think we might be able to sneak in an image. What would be your first choice? Would it be the front has cam or the rear has cam? And all of the scientists wanted the rear has cam. And all the engineers wanted the front has cam. And the reason for that is they said, well, there's no obstructions in the way. The wheels aren't in the way. It's the most open view of the terrain. Isn't that what you would want? And all the scientists said, no, we want to see the wheel on the ground because this is not a moment for science. It's a moment for engineering. And when you see that wheel on the ground, you know you've landed on Mars. No semaphore tones, no people jumping up and down. You actually see a picture of the surface of the planet with a spacecraft on it. And that is the miracle of engineering.
Can't you just say we wanted the bragging rights for landing a rover on Mars with a rocket crane?
Who to ask this to, and please don't laugh. if it's
Because
really
that's what they
silly,
did.
but With the nuclear power source, could you just explain a little bit about why daytime and nighttime and rover sleep is important or a factor?
Sure, and it's maybe not quite as obvious as it's certainly not a silly question at all. So the RTG generates just a little bit of electricity, and we think of it as a trickle charger of our batteries, and we are always operating on the
That
batteries.
seems like poor design choice.
During the day, and at night we're trickle charging them back. The other big advantage is it generates a lot of heat. Most of what the RTG generates is heat. We take a little bit of that heat with a thermocouple and make a little bit of electricity, 100 watts or so.
Thermal electric, man.
But that heat keeps us warm. It prevents us from having to use a lot of heaters, electrical heaters, for warmth. So we circulate fluid, a fluid loop. Think of it like a Freon loop or something in an air conditioner, to take that heat and pump it around the rover body and keep the rover warm. So we still need that. That's where most of the energy goes, and the rest of it trickle charges our batteries, and we use the batteries during the day. And that's not as big limitation as you think, because of course we want to take pictures and we want to see what we're doing, and we want to look at the workspace and look at rocks and pick targets out, and you want to do those things during the day and not at night. It's warmer during the day, so it really fits pretty naturally, the operations concept that you'd want to do.
It's like,
All right, we're going to end.
Alexa, how cold is it on Mars?
Mars is an extremely cold planet with an average temperature around -80 Fahrenheit, about 3 times colder than the coldest day ever in Chicago. Temperatures can fall to
Why Chicago?
-225 in the winter and rise as high as 70 for only a brief time in the summer. If you're planning on visiting, bring layers.
Why Chicago?
Thank you for joining us.
NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, presents The Space Story. We tend to think of space as empty, with the occasional planet or asteroid circling through an otherwise pristine vacuum. But the solar system actually has its own kind of weather, which pervades all that seemingly empty space, and has its origins in the sun's upper atmosphere, or corona. Edward Smith is a scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
The thing that usually isn't obvious from looking at photographs or even looking at the sun at time of eclipses is the fact that the upper atmosphere of the sun is not stationary but is moving outward. The top of the corona is continually escaping from the sun. It's being accelerated, and it forms essentially a wind which blows outwards away from the sun. Sun is losing mass then continually, not a lot, but enough to be important. And this outflow is called the solar wind.
The solar wind is made of charged atomic particles streaming away from the sun at speeds of hundreds of miles per second. Like other winds, the best way to study this one is to go outside. So in 1990, the European Space Agency and NASA launched a spacecraft where no probe had gone before.
Where?
To explore the polar regions of the sun.
Whoa.
As familiar as the sun is,
wait,
our
why?
view of it is limited to the narrow band in which the Earth orbits.
And can it really be called the
Ulysses
polar
will
regions?
travel
It's
under
the
South Pole of
fucking
the
sun.
Then up and over the North Pole. Scientists expect that exploring these high latitudes will yield new information about our local star. Smith, who is NASA's project scientist for Ulysses, says it isn't for lack of interest that we've never sent a spacecraft around the sun's poles. It's just that they're very hard to reach.
You can't simply launch from the Earth and go, say, into a polar orbit, which would carry you up to high latitude regions of the sun, or as we're doing on Ulysses, over the polar regions. The reason for that is that the motion of the Earth around the sun is very rapid. It's about 20 miles per second, and one would have to overcome that very high velocity. Basically, your launch platform, if you will, is moving very, very rapidly, and it's going in an equatorial direction, just opposite to what you would like.
The solution for Ulysses was to travel to Jupiter first, then use the giant planet's
Finally!
gravity to swing the spacecraft out and on.
All right. Let's get to work. Here we go. Work. Sat here most of the night. Alexa, set a timer for 2.5 minutes.
2 minutes and 30 seconds, starting now.
I'm putting elevation on the bottom this time. I'll take that 15.4. Work from there. 299.5. 269.6. Got it. 10.1, thanks. And I see that 29.9. Got them both. 267.4. Got it. 303.9. 303.9. Plugged in. 24.8. You've gone higher than that. 303.55. 10.7. 30.4. 30.31.1. Shut up! I'm working! Groundbreaking stuff going on here. 267.9. 303.5. 267.2. That's some fine tuning right there. 31.6. Got it. 300.6. 269.1. 17.2. 31.9. 10.7. 270, huh? Well, that's no good. I can't work with that. 269. 297. 12.5. 31.2. Are you sure you don't got something better? Guess not. Alexa, stop. Coffee's lasted the whole video. Brilliant. Alright, so, starting with the azimuth, and working our way from there. That is 267.2 minus 303.9 is 36.7. Divide by 2 is 18.35. So we take that 18.35 and add it onto our 267.2, and we get 285.5. And then we'll go ahead and do the elevation while we're here too. So that's 10.1 minus 31.9. 31.9, 21.8 divided by 2. No, not 3. Fuck! 21.8 divided by 2. What? 21.8 divided by 2. 10.9. So we add that to our 10.1. We get 21 exact. Phone going off. Please hold. Well, that was a nightmare and a half trying to figure out my voicemail password. Which passwords on voicemails? Why is that a thing? So it's 21 exact? Yeah, it's 21 exact. Wait, we didn't do the other one. So that was 285.5. Start moving. Coffee's gone. Let's speed this up. Chop, chop. You can see the other antenna on our monitor. I guess that's like a night vision camera. Keep running numbers. 269, 31.4, 12.5. Anyway, turn on the noisemakers. Okay, here we go. To our dismay, we have nothing. The good news is this can only go up to a maximum of 31. Back down to 21. Now we have an error. Great. Connection with connection to server connection error. Reboot it. There. I said reboot all. Why would you? What? Hey. You know what? Hang on. You're gonna make me go out there, aren't you? Antenna 3. Then reboot all of them! I do not have time for this. Oh, jeez, it's dark out. It looks like the sun's gonna be coming up here in just a couple seconds, though. We've been up all night. Am I amused by this? Oh, no, I am not. Okay, that's done. Thank God. Alright, so we started at 21, yeah? Alright, let's go back and move it back to 21. Okay, so we're at 21. Alright, then move it down by a factor of 1. There it is. It's a dwarf star class O. Good. Good, like, we actually hit the damn thing. Alright, we just got errors, so that probably won't happen again for at least a couple more minutes. I think we can leave the system running on its own for a few seconds while I go out to clean the panels. Before the sun comes up, and we need more electricity. That'll do. Good. Good. Everything is fine now. We'll have power again in just a couple seconds. And by power, I mean we'll be gaining instead of losing. Because the recharge rate. Real quiet. I guess it is a dwarf star. I think it's just real quiet. Yeah. Well, the point is we got it, so, and the sun is up, which means we're getting electricity. Yay for electric charge. This is an ugly radio tower. Have I mentioned that? I mentioned how much I hate that radio tower. It's ugly. What is that thing even? That right there. Is that like a weather thing? Radar, maybe? Tells me when planes are entering our airspace. So, don't worry. This is just a lot of planes, not UFOs. If we get UFOs, we'll tell you. We're picking up a ton of signals, though. Alright, 89% on the download. We're almost done here. Good. Very good. And again, we're running out of paper. We're running out of paper for these signals. At last. What was that? There was a bip. Anyone else hear the bip? We got module schematics out of that. Crap. Okay. Alien scum. Please. Call me. Oh, right. Transmission. Call me. Take selfies with aliens. God, I hope we don't do that. Like, I hope when we do make contact with aliens, like, for one smidgen of a second, we can stop being stupid to not take selfies in front of them. Like, just 1 second, please, for the sake of our place in the galactic community. We can only hope. Thanks for watching, guys! And I will see you in the next video. How accurate was that? Horrible!